Welcome everyone. While I was working on my wool videos, I mentioned to someone that I was sewing with buttons and they wondered what I meant. So I decided it would be a good idea to make a really quick video on that since it would be useful for other people. Many machines today have start-stop buttons and speed controls to enable sewing without the pedal. This helps people with physical difficulties use the machine. It also provides some real advantages for certain types of sewing. Let me show you some of them. So I have here some white quilting cotton that I backed with a stabilizer to do this demo on. My machine has a start-stop button, the speed control, which is a slider, that's fast, that's slow, the needle up and down button, and the foot up and down button, and the cutter, the thread cutter. But I can use all of these without ever having to use my pedal. So let's start. I'm going to demonstrate. If you have a Bernina 880, it's stitch number 10. It's a utility stitch. So here we'll start with the needle up and down. And we'll pull up the bobbin thread. Let me pull it to the back. And then the foot goes, goes down. And then we do a start. When you want to start it, you make sure it's at the slowest speed, and then you can speed it up to a very comfortable speed so that you can control it very well. As you see, you really only have to basically hold it straight for your machine. It's very easy. And it's also easy to stop. You can stop it exactly where you want it. And then you can cut your thread. Now let's just draw a shape that we'll pretend is an applique that we want to stitch around. So I'm going to use stitch number 1330 on my Bernina 880. That's actually a double blanket stitch. Your machine may have one too. You'll have to look and find it. So once again, we'll bring up the bobbin thread. And we'll start slowly. And we'll speed it up until it's comfortable. Not that fast. For a shape like this, you need to go kind of slow. The more the shape turns and twists, the slower you should stitch. But you see, you can fairly easily follow it. Now if you need to stop and turn your fabric a little bit to adjust the direction, it's pretty easy to do, and then you just start right back up. So now you can see how nice and even the stitching is. It's much more even than it used to be before I started using buttons for sewing. So let's do a decorative stitch that practically every machine has. On this machine, it's number 401. So bring up the bobbin thread like we did last time and set your machine so that it's going very slowly. And then start off with a slow stitch and then speed it up to a comfortable setting. You can go a little faster on this particular design. And then turn it and twist it to see how interesting you can make it. But don't go too fast because you'll stretch it out of whack. Get down to where you want to stop and then cut the thread. Now let's take a look at what we've got. So I will say it's especially good for free motion stitching. If you've got a lot of stitching, say you want to make a piece of embroidered fabric that's whole cloth embroidered, it's really good. It helps you rest. So try this out for yourself. I think you'll be really happy with it. See you next time.